Hi, everyone.
Hello.
We are Don't Mess with the Mommas, Mommas, with our motto, you are the protagonist of your life, not the victim of your destiny. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. From the last segment, you know that we have a book, I have a book that is called A Day in the Next, A Journey from Brooklyn to Buddhism, and part 2 of that book is called How to Run a Gourmet Restaurant on 4 Microwaves and an Oven in an Island in the South. So today we're going to be interviewing my husband, Chuck Black, who was the creator of this restaurant and got a 4-star review. So I'm going to be leaving. Carla's going to be taking over and doing the interview. Okay, thank you.
So Chuck, how are you?
I'm great.
Good, good. I wanted to know that since neither you or your wife had any experience with running a restaurant, how you got started and what were some of your challenges?
We learned everything step by step, and there were a lot of problems. Like everybody else, you start out with a business plan, and then you have to find a space. You have to find the money to pay for the space, to pay for employees, get employees. You have to decorate a space, you have to get open, and then once you're open, that's when the real challenges occur, because you're dealing with the public.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to be your own manager, but it's more work than you could ever imagine. And I think anybody who's never started a business, like we had no idea, would not have any idea how much work it is.
And how big was the restaurant?
It was very tiny. It was called the Gallery Café, and we only had 6 tables. And over time, having started out as a coffee shop, we ended up as a restaurant and got a 4-star review from the Post and Courier in Charleston.
So what were some of the very big challenges that you had?
Learning how to make food that I had never made before.
Okay.
So we had a concept that we called Kaizen, which is just incremental improvement day by day. So every day I was learning a little bit something new until I got to the point where I actually had a menu. And then we shifted from being a coffee house to a restaurant. Sit down, and people actually made reservations.
That's wonderful. How did your Buddhist practice help you on a daily basis?
Really just staying determined to make everything a success, to be upbeat with the staff. We had a small staff. We had 4 people on and off working with us. And the goal was to make the public happy, because the joy was making great food and then having people enjoy great food.
Okay, very good. Could I ask you one more thing? What message would you like to give to anyone who wants to start a business?
Make sure it's your passion. Make sure it's something that you really want to do, because I think it's important to bring joy into your business and transmit joy through what you create in your business to the people who come into your business.
That's great. And I'm sure your customers were happy.
We had very happy customers. We only had one complaint from a guy who didn't like the she crab soup because he thought it was too expensive.
Oh, well.
But he had no idea how much crab meat was in there, and crab meat is very expensive. So Arlaana patted him on the shoulder and said, you know, you've made plenty of money in your lifetime. Relax, enjoy.
Very good, very good. Was there one big benefit that you got from chanting, that you saw actual proof that your prayer had been answered?
Just the fact that we were able to do the business And that initial business was so appreciated by one of the customers that he offered to finance a bigger restaurant. That's how we ended up doing the second restaurant, which was even more challenging.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to do an interview about that. Okay, thank you so much for doing this interview for Don't Mess with the Mommas. And I hope you'll come
pleasure.
back. I hope you'll come back. Thank you.
We're back. We're back. So just to add a couple of things, there's one very funny incident that happened where one woman, and I spoke about this in our last episode, one woman who was very much from country, and she really didn't like the fancy Italian greens that we served. And she said, in the middle of the restaurant, she had her hands on her hip, and she said, I don't want these weeds. Give me some of the real stuff. Give me the iceberg lettuce, right? And that was such a learning experience. So we've had many, many experiences like that.
I found that to be hilarious. I busted out laughing when you told me that story.
And many other funny experiences. And I said in the last episode about the cappuccino, it was not sweet because all they knew was 7-Eleven cappuccino.
Yeah.
So to summarize what Chuck relayed is lots of challenges to open up a business, and we just did it. We just chanted about it, and we said we're going to do this. We had to do a business plan, and Chuck was great about doing a very comprehensive business plan so we can get the money. Actually, we did a home ec loan. That's how we started out. We didn't have we didn't have any money at all. And all the hard work, and Chuck was definitely willing to do that incredible hard work. And again, we didn't have any kitchen, we didn't have anything that you need for a restaurant. So it was kind of wild that he got a 4-star review. The concept of Kaizen, incremental improvements, and I think that was really relating to our Buddhist practice, just trying to really improve a little bit every day. You don't have to do mammoth improvement, but just a little bit every day. And then you want to make the public happy. I mean, we did that to really please people and to have a great experience. And one guy, I remember when he came into the restaurant, he said, civilization. He felt like, there was civilization. He could have a great cup of cappuccino. He could have all this, gourmet
nice
food. Yeah. And I think, what's important to start anything is you need great passion, because there's a lot of difficulties, of course, and how you're going to make payroll and how you're going to do this and how you're going to please your employees, how you're going to please your customers. So lots of challenges, but all really great challenges indeed.
Great.
So to conclude, some encouraging words. As you know, we always conclude with encouraging words. And this is all from our SGI President Daisaku Ikeda, who passed a couple of years ago, but his words are just so monumentally inspiring. This says, creation is quite different from mere ideas. Even ideas require fundamental and extensive speculative accumulation. It goes without saying that creation in learning demands an incomparably greater fundamental ability. The task of creation is like a lofty mountain whose summit is formed only when there exist vast slopes and a solid foundation. Likewise, the fruitful work of creation can only be attained when it is based on the extensive knowledge of learning and profound speculation. So that's kind of heavy duty there, but talking about creation, you're certainly so creative. Just so you know, Carla on her way here told me that she had to pull over because she thought of a great line to a song that she's writing. Now she's into songwriting among her many talents. So anyway, that's it for today.
Yes.
Don't forget, we are
Don't Mess with the Mommas.
MOMMAS, with our motto, you are the protagonist of your life, not the victim of your destiny. And you can find us on YouTube and other platforms. And please, please, please email us at mommas, mommas.podcast.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment at gmail.com. Leave a comment, please. And we'd love to interview you guys. We're really looking for subjects to interview. We would absolutely adore that. How did you start your business? What are your dreams for the future? That would be super duper.
Yes.
So, okay.
Okay,
Bye for
bye-bye.
now. Bye-bye. Happy New Year.
Yes, yes,
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Bye.